Merry Christmas, Parade watchers, and welcome to a new history video. As today, we'll be looking into our number one engine from the island of Sodor, and that is, of course, Thomas the Tank Engine. Ever since the Thomas and Friends franchise began in 1945 with the Railway series, and with the television show began in 1984, not also Thomas has been a favorite to kids and audiences from around the world, but also one of the kings of merchandising. In fact, I still have the videos, DVDs, some books, and a bunch of toys, specifically from the Thomas Gordon Railway brand. But now, let's look at this beloved icon when he was a giant balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Hello! I just can't wait! And I hope you'll come along for the ride!
Thomas made his parade debut in 2014, in preparation for the franchise's 70th anniversary in 2015, and with the first Thomas Land amusement park in the United States in Carver, Massachusetts, with Mattel Incorporated as his sponsor. The design shows our number one engine chugging down Broadway, but you can see his entire body has a little bit of a round shape, probably because of the balloon's size limit. He is also the heaviest balloon in the parade's history, exactly 450 pounds of helium. From a pencil sketch to his test flight, the Thomas balloon took 8.5 months to make. To promote his debut in the parade, the studio behind the show made an animated short about Thomas going on a world tour with the animation done by Spider Eye Animation, and this short also marks the debut of Joseph May as the new voice of Thomas in the United States. Which, thinking about this little short, it would have been interesting if they did show this at the beginning part of the broadcast on NBC, since he was the first balloon of the parade that year, and it was in New York City to start his world tour.
I have a feeling we're not in Sodor anymore!
Using the most helium and weighing in as our heaviest balloon today, we welcome to the parade for the first time, Thomas the Tank Engine. Thomas, the beloved number one blue engine from the Thomas and Friends animated series, takes children on unforgettable adventures while teaching timeless lessons of discovery, friendship, and cooperation.
And coming down the track is the ultimate new adventure for Thomas-obsessed kids everywhere. Next summer, Thomas and Friends will be opening the first U.S. Thomas Land amusement park that's right outside Boston.
He came back in the following year in 2015 to celebrate the franchise's 70th anniversary.
Thanks to Daughtry, and now arriving on track 34, and by the way, right on time, is Mattel's giant inflatable depicting one of the world's most cherished characters, Thomas, everyone's favorite blue engine from the Thomas and Friends animated series. Engineered to be exactly 450 pounds, the number one engine for kids is the heavyweight balloon champion of this entire parade.
And this year, Thomas the Tank celebrated 70 years of friendship with his fans, and to mark that occasion, Thomas Land Amusement Theme Park in Carver, Massachusetts was opened.
The Paddington Balloon, music star Andra Day, and country's Jennifer Nettles, when the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade returns.
And in 2016 to promote the Thomas and Friends special, The Great Race, but this time his sponsor was Fisher-Price.
Arriving right on time for the third year in a row as the most famous steam engine of all time. Thomas the Tank Engine. He's been a busy little guy with the books, the videos, and his Thomas and Friends animated series on PBS Kids and YT Kids. With Thomas in the lead, children experience timeless life lessons of discovery and, of course, cooperation.
In this year's movie, The Great Race, Thomas was joined by trains from around the world. Well, he continues on track right here, inviting all children to help him set friendship in motion by saying, "All aboard."
Let the sunshine in from Lithia, Florida. The sunshine.
After the 2016 parade, he was retired, making the mandatory appearance of 3. I'm going to be honest here, I'm a bit disappointed that the balloon was retired, since he was a character I grew up with. Even though he didn't last long, he still became a big crowd pleaser for the 3 years he has been in, and even Macy's Parade Studios head designer, John Piper, said that Thomas was one of their greatest achievements they've ever made. Before I end this video, I want to thank you all for watching these 25 episodes I made this year on talking about these iconic characters in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. The show will come back soon, but it will be for a while until we get back to Thanksgiving season. But now, since we're coming to an end of another year, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. See you in 2019.